are in 2-0. They got a lot of confidence.
They absolutely do, and rightfully so. Jordan Booker, DeCaren Anderson, Kevin Clark, Josh Krosky, and Trajan Powell, the starting five for the Bulldogs in their all-black uniforms, white lettering and numbering with the red trim. And as for Emmanuel College, all white, blue stripes down the side, blue numbering and lettering with a gold trim. 20 minutes on the clock. Here at Gymnasium, Brendan Howe, Bryce Antock with you, set to bring you all the action. And we're underway. Emmanuel College takes it, going across the court, left to right across your radios. Bounce pass inside, knocked away by Krosky and out of bounds. It'll be Bulldogs ball. So right off the bat, some good defense right there, Bryce.
Yeah, it's what happened last time when we were watching the game on Friday. The season opener, they were very, very alert on defense.
Jordan Booker will walk it across the timeline, gives it to Anderson left side. Krosky left elbow, handoff to DeCaren Anderson all the way to the basket. Shovel, layup left hand, no good. Rebound taken off by the Saints. Christopher Foley up the court in a hurry, head of steam. Guarded by Clark. Step back jumper at the elbow. Good! Tough shot right there for Emmett Riddick. Gets his first points to the board and up the game for the Saints. 2-0. 19.5 minutes to go. Booker, lob pass for Krosky. Krosky dribble handoff behind the screen to Booker. Booker, left-hand dribble all the way into the corner. Stops baseline, slips, cross-court pass over to Clark. Clark, right corner, pulls a trigger for three. Yes! Kevin Clark from downtown, and Bryce, that's exactly what he can do.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to see the ball go through once, and especially on his first shot, he's going to be a player to watch the rest of the game.
Riddick, bounce pass baseline, Christopher Foley. Christopher Foley back to the top of the key. Good work, good ball movement here by the Saints. Blocked by Anderson. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Saints, and more tight defense as Anderson's fired up.
Yeah, they're a very, very alert and athletic team, and one of the things that they've done so well this year is force turnovers and give themselves extra possessions because they're so good on offense.
So the Saints will inbound side out. Ciampa guarded by Clark. Ciampa gets it into Fox. Saints working the ball around. Ciampa to the corner. Back to Christopher Foley on the wing. Top of the key, Riddick. Riddick, left-hand dribble, trying to spin past Clark. On him like glue. 5 on the shot clock. Out to Fox for three. Can't answer. Rebound, Booker. Booker pushing the Bulldogs up the court in a hurry. Layup is good. Trajan Powell gets on the board, and the Bulldogs have a 5-2 lead. Riddick, top of the key, Fox. Fox, right-hand dribble. Spins right into Krosky. Left-hander off the glass. No good. Rebound, batted around, and Booker has it. Booker the other way again for the Bulldogs. What's emergency? 18-19 to go first half. Corner, Clark, triple, no good. Air ball as Krosky tracks it down far corner. Powell, Anderson, three, good!
From about 30 feet out that time. Unbelievable shot, and we know him the last couple years. He can just get going and shoot from anywhere on the court.
A 28% three-point shooter this season, trying to get that average up all the way to the basket, though. In return is Ciampa for two. Quick answer right there from the Saints. Booker to Anderson, another one. He's got it. He's feeling it early. DeCaren Anderson. Back-to-back triples and a timeout for the Saints.
Just like we said, if he sees one go through, oh man, you better watch out.
30-second timeout and 3 triples already. It's kind of that dual threat. We were talking about it off the air before we got into the gym this evening, Bryce. Booker and Anderson as well as Clark. It was really Clark and Booker we were focusing on, but those two guys really can just put it to you. But it's been DeCaren Anderson so far with 2 triples to put the hurt on the Saints so far as they bring it across half court. 17:40 to go opening half. Mulder. Back out Ciampa. Top of the key. 3 for Fox. Off the back rim. Booker takes the rebound. Booker, head of steam, going right at Ciampa to the basket for 2. What a move from Jordan Booker, slicing his way through the paint. 17:20 to go first half. 13-4. The Bulldogs out in front early as Waldo Terrazas is checked in off the bench. Ball knocked away. Riddick recovers top of the key. Gives it left side for Ciampa. Ciampa right-hand dribble. Loses the ball and stolen away by Powell. Booker slows up at the key. Anderson. Way good! Counted and a foul! DeCaren Anderson, a 4-point play. Wow!
He is on a roll. I'm just smiling watching this because that shot looked like it had no chance of going in right in front of us and then just dropped perfectly in the bottom of the basket. And unbelievable shot, unbelievable start for not only him but this team up 16-4 with only 3 minutes in.
The senior from Compton, California is feeling it early. 3 triples and a chance for a 4-point play to hit double digits. Anderson's free throw rims out. Rebound taken off by Fox. Here come the Saints the other way. 16-4, 12-point lead for the Bulldogs. Blake Hardy, first entry off the bench for the Saints. Now baseline Fox. Fox guarded by Terrazas, looking to go at him. Spins on the block. Tough follow-away, no good. Rebound batted up and taken down by the Saints again. Ciampa tied up on the baseline, gives it up corner, now gets it back left wing. Riddick guarded by Booker. 12 on the shot clock, top of the key. Mulder into the paint. Tough shot off the glass, no good. Rebound Saints again. Back out for a three. Yes! Emmett Riddick has 5. Make it 16-7. 16-20 to go first half. Booker to Anderson again. Anderson's got the hot hand early. Powell down low to Terrazas. Back to Clark at the elbow. Clark into the paint. Flips it out. Corner. Anderson 3. Yes! Oh my goodness! To Karen Anderson again.
I can't quite see. Unbelievable start.
Mulder trying to answer and can't, as Anderson's going to pick up the foul on the way by.
And you know, one of the things I love to watch about this Dean team is that everybody's into it. Doesn't matter if you're on the court or off the court. The bench is going crazy right now. They're standing up after every play, every defensive play, and they're always into it.
As well they should be. If teammates hitting 4 threes to get himself to 12 points in just under 4 minutes. Unbelievable.
And Anderson's going to have to watch out with the hot hand. You do not want him to get into foul trouble early. A quick foul in the first 2 minutes. Hopefully he can keep himself off of that mark for the next 5 or 10 minutes, just so he doesn't have to come off the court, because we all know he doesn't want to, and we all know they're not going to take him off.
Jack Mulder gets the first couple of free throws to fall. And when you have a hot hand like that, Bryce, it's almost like you don't even think about it when you get the ball. You're just firing away, and that's what Anderson has done so far, as Mulder's third is good. So.
And we know he's not going to hesitate, too. He'll shoot from anywhere on the court.
Absolutely. He has the green light. Booker over to Anderson. There it is, another 3. Yes!
Just like we said, 5 feet out he had that from. Oh my goodness.
5 threes for Anderson. 22-10. Knocked away by Clark out of bounds. And the Saints will keep it. But the Bulldog bench is on their feet again. Ricky Martin's going to check in. Subbing out Emmett Riddick, who will go take a seat. And the crowd getting into it. Fans still filing in as we speak. Pretty modest crowd on hand tonight. A snowy Tuesday. First snow of fall of the year. Martin all the way into the paint. Fires it down low for Fox. Lost it. Out of bounds. Bulldogs ball. Anderson inbounds to Booker underneath. 15.5 minutes to go. Bulldogs by 12. Brendan Howe, Bryce Antok, happy to be with you here tonight. Listening to Dean Men's basketball here on Power 88. Booker looking around. Skip past to Clark. Clark's going to fire. Back rim and up and in. But no, they're going to wave it off as it hit the shot clock on the carom.
Unlucky bounce. But we know him. He's going to get it back in the next few minutes. He's an unbelievable player. Player of the week, actually, in the NECC. Averaging 20 points so far through the first 2 games. And unreal start to his Dean career as the transfer junior.
Kevin Clark was a former JUCO player, came from Cumberland County College, 6'2" from Miami Gardens. Referees talking over what just happened. Clark was hit on the shot. The ruling was out of bounds as it hit the back iron, went up, hit the shot clock, and then went back down and in.
Yeah, at first I thought they were going to call a foul on it until I heard it hit the shot clock.
15-20 left opening half. Ricky Martin walks across half court, gives it up for Hardy. Hardy underneath, layup, no good. Flaherty missed it. Off into the corner. Terrazas gave chase. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Saints. With some good hustle defense. Obviously the three-point shooting has been carrying the Bulldogs early, Bryce.
Yeah, no doubt. And look at the defensive awareness. Everybody's moving. Nobody's watching.
Inbound to Fox. Pull-up jumper is good from the wing. Fox has himself on the board. His first 2 of the night. And the lead back to 10. Booker fires away. Yes! Jordan Booker answers in a hurry. He's got 5. Other way, Hardy. Fox. Now left wing. Skip pass. Top of the key. Riddick. 3 no good off the back rim. Rebound. Powell had it for a moment. Now Booker. Booker the other way. Crosses over into the paint. Tough shot. No good off the bottom of the rim. Rebound Hardy. The Saints another way in a hurry. Missed the layup. Martin couldn't convert. Outlet pass Booker. 14.5 to go first half. Cross court. Anderson 3. Short. That was a heat check that time as the rebound was kept in by the Saints.
Yeah, I think he's saying that ball got tipped on the way up, so he's not going to count that one as a miss.
Hardy over to Flaherty. Flaherty over to Mulder. 3. Front rim. Rebound Powell. Bulldogs back in a hurry. Booker. Isolation at the top of the key. Now pulls it back out, looking to set up the Bulldog offense. Around the screen from Terrazas. Corner. Anderson up fakes a 3. Step back. Bang! Karen Anderson has 18. An unbelievable first half showing.
I can't help but just smile at watching this. It is an unbelievable individual effort so far.
Mulder, top of the key. Anderson with some defensive intensity now. Now it's on the wing for Clark. Baseline drive. Layup will not count as Martin was looking to get past Clark that time, and he'll draw the foul.
You know, I couldn't help but just watch the bench of Emmanuel and just the number of heads shaking and just in disbelief. Like they don't even know what's happening. I mean, he has single-handedly outscored Emmanuel by 2 threes.
He is unconscious right now. 28-12 as the lead stands right now at 16 with 13:35 left first half. They're going to rule the foul on Clark on the floor, so no free throws being awarded here for the Saints. And it's going to be Martin to inbound underneath his own hoop. Does go to Hardy. Hardy over to Crisafulli, who's back into the game. Pulsifer, corner. Leaves it for Jean-Francois, stolen by Booker. Outlet pass, Powell, he's off to the races. Powell stops in the paint, blocked, and taken off by Crisafulli.
That was a good defensive play by Crisafulli, one-on-one on defense on transition. Such a hard thing to do.
Corner 3 for Fullifer, no good. Rebound Booker. 13:08 to go in the half. Bulldogs by 16. Booker lost the handle, taken away by Emmanuel. Martin the other way. Starts, stops, back to the top of the key. Wide open 3. Pulsifer, yes! Bombs from downtown.
They're going to have to get back
sides
in this game one play at a time. They can't just try and get a 3 every time because the more you miss, the more chance the team's going to have, and they just got to work their way back defensively, offensively, one thing at a time.
Krosky underneath for Lynch. Rexroth. Pass intercepted by the Saints. Here comes Crisafulli the other way. Stopped by Booker in transition. Hardy thought about a 3, instead gives it up to a teammate on the wing. That was Martin. No good. Rebound batted around, and Lynch Rexroth was batted to the floor by Crisafulli. He'll pick up the foul. So with 12:27 to go, a 13-point lead for the Bulldogs. As Hardy's going to take a seat. Back into the game, Emmett Riddick, along with Jack Mulder.
And Evian Blow comes in for Dean. His first action of the game so far.
So Blow, a freshman point guard from Providence, Rhode Island, around your neck of the woods, Bryce.
Yeah, not too far. Just a city up.
Lowe brings it across half court, hands it to Lynch Rexroth. Rexroth over to Krosky, top of the key, underneath looking for Clark. He finds it. Clark spins away from a couple defenders in a sea of white jerseys. Clark in the paint, bounce pass back out. Booker left wing. Booker around the Krosky screen, lost the handle, now gets it back, top of the key, 10 on the shot clock. Left side, Clark, or rather Blow, and a traveling violation.
Yeah, and it seems like Emmanuel has settled in after the barrage of threes that hit them for about a 4-minute span. They seem to be a little more calm, and they're going to just try and get their way back into this game. It looks, run their offense like they've been doing last season, see what they can get done.
Good ball movement here from the Saints. 11:55 to go first half. Here's Martin. Martin slicing and dicing his way to the paint and gets the friendly roll. Good move from Martin to get his first 2 of the game, 28-17. Booker far side wing. Gives it up Rexroth. Rexroth to Clark. Trying to find Krosky in the paint, couldn't get it to him, and so Clark's going to attack on the drive. Back out 3 for Booker. Good! His second 3 of the half. 14-point lead for the Bulldogs. Martin gives it up for a 3. Back rim. Off the mark from Jean-Francois. Booker. Cross-court pass Clark. Clark, left-hand dribble, back out for Booker on top of the key. Booker into the paint, leaves it down low. Rexroth, good ball movement here from the Bulldogs. Krosky to Blow. Blow. Booker, another 3. Count it! Jordan Booker and the Bulldogs with the unbelievable ball movement and another timeout for the Saints.
Yeah, and after he hit that one, he just stared right at the man guarding him and just shook his head saying, "You cannot guard me."
17. The Bulldogs have doubled up the Saints on the scoreboard, Bryce, and they've done it by way of the 3-ball.
Oh, yeah, it has been a just absolute just barrage of threes. I mean, you would have thought it was snowing in here, not outside, the way it's coming down.
Absolutely right. I love that analogy, Bryce.
Thank you.
Saints up the court. Over on the left side wing, now it's Riddick. Riddick underneath, up and under over. Krosky is good. Tough finish in the paint. He's got 7. Leading scorer for the Saints so far. Blow. Top of the key. Was wanting to get it to Rexroth. Couldn't do it. Instead, dribble handoff to Booker. Booker underneath Krosky. Krosky, handoff Booker. Baseline jumper. In and out. Rebound. Batted around. Taken by Rexroth. Over the corner for Booker. Booker, right-hand dribble. In between the legs. Underneath Rexroth. Up and not in, as the rebound will be still loose on the floor. Rexroth battling for it. Tied up with...
It's a great effort by Rexroth going after 3 Saints just by himself, just single-handedly trying to get the ball back in. He's going to get rewarded with a few extra minutes, I bet you.
Rico Cabral, head coach in his 6th season here for the Bulldogs, definitely loves hustle. Bulldogs are all about getting up and down the floor in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, and speaking of the head coaches, Danny Lawson was just emphasizing just in the time out there that you just got to be smart shooting, but be aggressive, and you got to chip away 1 minute at a time. It's still 10 minutes left in the first half, so everything they've done to themselves.
Clark spins baseline. Layup wouldn't go off the front iron, and the Saints take it the other way with 10 minutes left first half. Slicing into the paint. Air ball no good by Riddick. Rebound to Blow. Blow for Booker. Blow, top of the key. Out to Booker, left side wing. Krosky, free throw line jumper. Gets the roll. Josh Krosky converts his first 2 of the night. 17-point lead again for the Bulldogs. Riddick. Left-hand dribble on the wing. Gives it up Fox. Fox attacking Krosky. Layup, no good. Couldn't get the English on it. Krosky gets the rebound. Averaging 11 for the season. Gives it up Blow. Blow to Booker. Booker around the Krosky screen, and it's going to go the other way. Illegal screen on Krosky.
Yeah, Krosky hasn't really found himself so far this year. You know, Dean's one thing they're going to miss is the Armani Baker loss last year. He's such a big piece. It's averaging a double-double, and, you know, Krosky's going to have to find himself throughout the season. It's so early still that he's got big shoes to fill, and I know he's up for the challenge, and he's just going to have to figure it out.
Bulldogs lost a lot of seniors last year. Randolph Thurman and, of course, Davon Russell, the first 1,000-point scorer in school history this season, but a substitution of a lot of young freshmen have served Rico Cabral well as a travel call on Devin Pulsifer.
Yeah, and the self-inflicted turnovers are not helping Emmanuel's cause right now. They need every opportunity they can get to just try and chip away at the 17-point lead.
36-19 as it stands right now. 9:17 to go first half as the clock rolls off the inbound to Booker. Booker will bring it across half, guarded by Ciampa. Booker, screen from Anderson. Back to him, top of the key, fires away. Good!
I mean, we knew he was going to pull that one the moment he saw it coming his way.
21 for Anderson. He's got 7 threes. Unbelievable display from downtown. He is unconscious. Ciampa. Hand off Riddick. Over to Pulsifer for 3. Short. Rebound. Booker, who skied up the ladder. Here comes Booker. Head of steam. Looking up for Sampek. New entry into the game. Not to travel. Took some steps.
Going to kick himself for that one. But Anderson, like you said earlier, trying to get his 3-point percentage up. He's doing a great job with that so far.
Yes, he is.
What's he, 7 for 8?
7 of 8, yeah.
Oh, my God.
To Karen Anderson, unbelievable showing from downtown, putting on a show for the crowd in attendance. Pretty sizable one now as the bleachers almost 3/4 of the way full, just across from us on the other side of the gym. Underneath for the Saints, basket is good.
Yeah, they did a good job that time with the size advantage, getting the big man on Jordan Booker, who's only about 5'8", 5'9", listed.
Dan Flaherty with the bucket. 8:23 to go first half. Clark, isolation far side, gives it up Sampik. Now to Joel Jones, new entry into the game. Booker into the paint, and it's going to be a foul against the Bulldogs and Joel Jones, the freshman.
Yeah, Dean's not going to want to give these extra opportunities away to just try and add to this lead. Because one way we've seen in all sports, you blow a lead, is just to give away free points. Because he had a clear lane to the basket. It would have been 2 points up 20, but now Emmanuel Saints can try and chip away.
Riddick trying to do just that. Misfired on a 3. Rebound out to Fox. Fox, baseline, layup, no good. Stuck in the basket. Another foul is going to go against Jones. A blocking foul. So 2 quick fouls for Joel Jones.
This Powell was jumped up a couple of times to try and knock the ball out. Missed it both times. Oh, third time he got it. About the only thing that has not gone the Bulldogs' way so far.
Kevin Clark has subbed out of the game. Jordan Booker and DeCaren Anderson remain on the court as the inbound was knocked away for a second.
Emmanuel's coaches are complaining that should be the 6th foul on Dean, not the 5th, because that would mean they go to the free throw line.
I have 5 on my stat sheet here. It's the inbound, again knocked out of bounds by Booker.
Yeah, he's still looking onto it. I don't know who he called the other foul on, but I don't know.
Saints finally do get the inbound in. They give it out to Mulder. Back to the corner. Siampa's 3. Front rim. Rebound Sampik. And a foul's going to go against Karen Anderson, and that's not good, Bryce.
Nope, that's what we talked about 10 minutes ago. Don't want him to get in too many fouls, because at his rate, 7 of 8 from 3, we'd like to see 9 of 10 by the end of half, wouldn't we?
Well, Anderson already with 7 threes. Fox at the free throw line. Well, the Bulldogs in the penalty now with 17 fouls. Saints have done a nice job staying out of foul trouble with just 2 on the board so far, but they've been killed from downtown so far as the first of the 1-and-1 from Fox is through. 39-22, lead back to 17, 7:57 to go opening half. Fox trying to convert the second of the 1-and-1. 6'4" junior from Danbury, Connecticut. Gets it to go. Fox has got 4. Lead down to 16. Sampik to Anderson. Anderson over to Jones. Jones guarded by Fox. Jones gives it up. Sampik far wing. Sampik. 1 pass. Over to Powell. Back to Booker. 10 on the shot clock. Booker fires away. Front rim. Rolls around. No good. Rebound Fox. Thought Booker was going to get that one to drop as Siampa brings it back in transition. Corner 3 for the Saints. Good! Dan Flaherty's got 5, his first 3 of the game.
And their bench is fired up now a little bit too, cutting the lead down to 13.
This is the closest the Saints have been in a while. Booker, long pass for Jones, tried to swipe it underneath to Anderson, couldn't get it to him, knocked away by Mulder out of bounds. The Bulldogs will keep it. And a timeout, Dean. We'll take it with 7:11 to go first half, 39-26. The Bulldogs out in front. You're listening to Bulldogs men's basketball here on Power 88.
Make a lasting impact and turn someone's fear into joy. Find out how you can help by visiting our website at mercyships.org for more information. That's mercyships.org.
Welcome back here on Power 88. Brendan Howe, Bryce Zantock with you, bringing you Dean College men's basketball. They lead by 13, 39-26, with 7:11 to go opening half.
We seem to have a little confusion going on.
Karen Anderson drew some blood, got a bandage on the forearm, and he's right back in the game. So that was the pause. Jordan Booker set the inbound underneath his own basket. Does so to Josh Krosky on the wing. Now to Karen Anderson, top of the key. Anderson, left-hand dribble, pull up at the elbow. Good. Oh, my goodness. He is just unbelievable tonight. He's got 23. 15-point lead for the Bulldogs. Siampa brings it over half court. Skip pass. Lost it for a moment there in the corner was Riddick. Now brings it back to the wing. Over to Flaherty. Flaherty tipped away by Booker on the cross-court pass to Mulder. Booker got some help. Pulls up for a jumper. No good. Flaherty tracks down the miss. Riddick up the court with a head of steam. Right-hand dribble, baseline, goes right at Krosky for 2. Wow, tough finish. Riddick's got 9.
Great play.
Booker, Anderson, 3. In and out. That one was deep. Rebound Siampa. Flaherty, try to get it underneath to Fox. Rebound tips. Siampa takes it. Corner. Now back to Mulder. Deep 3. Yes!
The Dean lead has been cut to 10, 41-31.
Mulder's got 6. All of a sudden, Bulldog defense slacking off a little bit. The results in the Saints bench getting fired up. The effort on the court intensifying as they realize they have a tough battle with the Bulldogs on their hands. Powell up fakes the 3, gives it to the corner. Booker protects the ball. Baseline, layup no good. Rebound Fox. And back the other way comes Riddick. Riddick guarded by Anderson. 5:40 to go first half. Riddick for Flaherty. Flaherty, top of the key, Mulder. Mulder back to Flaherty. Flaherty to the corner, Siampa. Flaherty. Mulder again, fires away. In and out, rebound. By the Saints again. Flaherty takes it down. Siampa, 3. No. Rebound Powell. 2 straight misses. The Saints could have cut it to single digits. Here comes Booker. Booker, Powell, three. No good. Rebound, Ciampa, far side.
Yeah, it seems like Dean's settling a little bit from the three. They're trying to get back to what they were doing a few minutes ago, just firing on all cylinders, but I don't think it's going to work for them all game.
Mulder into the paint, went right at Anderson, couldn't finish the layup. Booker spins, passes a defender across half court. Booker gives it to the corner, baseline, Krosky all the way. Krosky for two. Looked like he wanted to slam that one over Mulder that time, but couldn't do it. Converts the 2 points nonetheless. Krosky's got 4, lead back to 12, 43-31. Riddick, guarded by Clark, back into the game. Fires away from downtown, rebound, batted around. Powell takes it baseline, fires it back into Anderson with the save. 4.5 to go first half. Anderson, three, short, rebound Ciampa. Ciampa tied up by Booker at half court, gives it to Flaherty. Flaherty bounce past Mulder on the wing. Mulder baseline, leaves it for Fox, stripped by Booker. What a defensive play. Here comes Clark the other way. 1-on-3, right into the paint. Clark, no good, and it's an offensive foul as Clark used the forearm.
Yeah, and it looks like for a few times Emmanuel just on the offensive end, Dean's defenseman, looks like they just want a little bit more. I mean, a couple plays by Trajan and Jordan Booker, but other than that, they're getting second and third chances, and they're just not converting. So this game could be a little bit closer, and they're going to be kicking themselves at halftime if it's not in single digits. But Dean's going to have to do a better job grabbing rebounds.
They still lead it by 12, but slowly but surely the Saints have been clawing their way back. Into the corner, Jean-Francois back to Hardy. Hardy, left-hand dribble in the paint, stops at the free throw line, kicks it back out. Now Francois, top of the key, steps past Krosky, corner, three. Off the mark as Riddick misfired on the tray ball attempt. Here comes Booker the other way. Booker over to Krosky. Krosky's going to try one. He misses. Rebound tipped. Rexroth went after it and out of bounds. The Saints will take over. Rexroth couldn't handle it.
Yeah, and the quick shots for Dean, it looks like they can get a couple better looks in the contested three, and I'm sure that's going to be emphasized at halftime by Coach.
3.5 minutes to go first half. Bulldogs by 12. Hardy tried to skip a pass underneath to Riddick. Couldn't get it to him. Was knocked away by Blow and Booker, who converged defensively. And a whistle as substitutions come in. Ricky Martin into the game for the Saints. Giovanni Ciampa will head to the Pine. 3:26 to go first half. Bulldogs still by 12, 43-31. We've been stuck on that score for a while. Inbound comes far side Riddick. Riddick guarded by Powell. Right-hand dribble, left wing. Riddick spins his way, stopped. Pass went off of the arm of Krosky all the way back out to Pulsifer. Pulsifer with 10 on the shot clock. Gives it up, Hardy. Hardy, tough shot on the baseline, fall away off the side of the backboard. Krosky ripped it down, but Francois comes away with it. Back out Pulsifer, one on the shot clock. He gets the roll.
And I'll tell you what, that one that hit Krosky's arm, it actually hit Francois in the face. That's why he looked like he ducked for a second, because it went right off of the side of his face. That must have hurt.
I did not catch that, but that'll leave a mark. 2:50 to go first half. Bulldogs swinging the ball around, blows three, no good. Rebound right to Booker. Booker, open look, good!
He's dangerous, especially when you leave him open.
Anderson's got 7 threes, Booker's got 4. And 14 for the game. 2.5 to go first half. Francois, corner, Hardy, baseline, tied up, back out, 3, in and out. Riddick misfire. Rebound to Blow. Now Booker will bring it across half court. 2:20 to go. Blow explodes baseline, misses the layup. Rebound right to Rexroth. Hop step into the paint and a foul.
Yeah, he was rewarded with that extra effort, grabbing the ball through about 3-4 Emmanuel players with a foul, and I believe a trip to the free throw line. Are they going to call that on the floor, or are they going to call it in the act?
I believe they're going to call it on the floor.
It's not the NBA, that is right.
Rexroth thought he was in the act of shooting. He did put it up, but it was after the whistle, so Booker will take it underneath his own basket on the inbound. Booker looking around, lobs it in for Clark, gets it back on the handoff in the corner nearest us. Booker around the Krosky screen, 3, off the mark. Rebound Fox. 2:05 to go first half. Bulldogs by 13, 46-33. Ciampa back into the game. Has the ball far side. Gives it up Martin. Now it's Fox. Fox, corner. Hardy. Isolation dribble against Powell. Slices his way into the paint. High off the glass is good. Soft touch.
That was a fantastic finish on that one by Hardy.
Under 2 minutes now. Booker. Guarded by Ciampa. Booker, left-hand dribble around a screen from Krosky. Kicks it back out. Rexroth lost the dribble into the paint. Stolen away by the Saints. Ciampa the other way. Leaves it for Fox. Fox goes right at Fox. Kicks it out. Saints working the ball around here. 3 from Martin. No good. Rebound. Krosky fighting for it. Takes it baseline. And here come the Bulldogs the other way with 1:15 left. Booker. Up ahead, Clark. Clark looking to take it baseline against the Saints. Lost the handle out of bounds. And it's going to be Emmanuel ball.
Yeah, he tried to do too much. Dribbled it off his foot. Unlucky. Looks like Karen Anderson's going to come back in for the last minute, try and get a little extra push on offense because they've been a little stagnant for the past 4 or 5 minutes.
And a little sloppy as well, Bryce. Some turnovers mixed in there, too.
Agreed.
Here comes Martin. Saints trailing by 11. Hardy. Elbow jumper over Krosky. Yes. Hardy's got 4, and all of a sudden the lead down to single digits at 9. 53 seconds left. Booker. In transition, gives it to Clark. Anderson. Far right wing, double teamed. Anderson, step back 3. No good. Rebound to Ciampa. Ciampa across half court with 40 seconds left. Kicks it out. Corner 3 for Pulsifer. Connects.
That is what could not happen. Now down to a 6-point lead for Dean. We had a 21-point lead at some point here in the first half.
The lead was up to 21 with 11 minutes to go first half after Karen Anderson's 4 straight threes. Since he has been subbed out, it's been all Saints. Krosky gives it to Booker far side. 15 seconds left. Booker gives it out. Powell, 3. Trying to bank it home. Couldn't do it. 10 seconds left. The Saints have a chance for the last shot here. Ciampa in transition. Corner. Pulsifer, 3. In and out. Rebound batted up. Krosky takes it with 2 seconds left. Clark fires it up. And no good as time expires. But Emmanuel cuts the lead down to 6.5, Bryce.
Yeah, Dean is not going to be happy with this score going into halftime, and Coach Rico Cabral is going to probably let them hear it because they know they should be up by double digits. 6 is not going to
under their 2018 average. As the clock will expire here to begin the second half, it'll be Emmanuel basketball to start.
Yeah, I expected Dean to be a little smarter with their shot attempts in the first few minutes and try and take smarter options than just threes as they ended the halves.
Riddick inbounds to Fox, now Mulder, back over to Riddick. Riddick, corner for Ciampa. Ciampa trying to find a teammate, couldn't get to one. Clark takes it the other way for the Bulldogs. He's wrapped up and fouled. Riddick got him on the way by.
Just an example of the versatility and athleticism. Kevin Clark gets a quick steal, goes on, tries to do a quick Euro step, bring it over the top of his defender, and gets a good foul call. Hopefully they can get the first foul of the game to fall.
Clark, who has been Dean's leading scorer through 2 contests at the free throw line, had just 3 points in the first half. It was Karen Anderson with 23 leading the way for the Bulldogs in the first half. First free throw is up and through for Clark. Make that 4 in the game. On the other side, leading scorer in the first half for Emmanuel was Riddick with 9, who just picked up his first foul. Clark's second is through.
Yeah, we'll see if that gets him going. Sometimes it just takes one basket to see, and then you start hitting on all cylinders like we saw in the first half.
Bulldogs by 8, 19:40 to go in the game. Riddick far side. Krosky pops out on defense to double team with Clark. Krosky flashes off, now over in the far corner here for Ciampa. Ciampa, right-hand dribble into the paint, kicks it out for Mulder, guarded heavily by Anderson. Mulder gives it up to Fox. Fox, stutter steps, going right at Krosky in the paint. Layup right hand is good.
Yeah, Dean's starting with some man-to-man defense to try and just stay in front of their opponent. But it looks like that time they just got the best of Krosky, and that's what they're going to have to guard or pay attention to because Krosky is not the fastest guy in the world.
Krosky tried to slip a pass underneath to Clark, who was cutting baseline. It was knocked out of bounds. 48-42, Bulldogs by 6, 19:06 to go in the game. Booker to Anderson. Anderson in the corner, hands it back to Booker. Booker guarded by Mulder, size mismatch here with Krosky in the paint. Booker slices through the defense, stops, and that'll be a travel.
Yeah, this is what you don't want to see early from Dean, the turnovers that we talked about late in the second half that just kind of kill you, because this is exactly how Emmanuel got back in the game and how they're so disappointed with only a 6-point lead so early in the second half.
A lot of time still to go. So much can happen in now in the last 18:45 as Mulder takes a shot baseline, no good. Krosky rips down the board. Booker in transition for Dean. Corner for Powell. Powell back to Booker. Booker to Anderson. Clark. Clark right-hand dribble around a Powell screen. Back to Booker on the dribble handoff. 15 on the shot clock. Booker around a Krosky screen. Booker to the paint. Drops it off for Krosky. Lost the dribble. Steps out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs as Fox tried to recover under the basket. The Bulldogs have a shot clock at 10. Booker to inbound underneath his own hoop left side. Lob pass to Krosky, tipped away by Fox, still loose. Fox tracks it down on his other side of the court and is fouled by Krosky.
Yeah, there's an example of the mismatch between Krosky and Fox. It's just the speed and athleticism. It's just Krosky's got that length, but he doesn't have the speed to cover it, and Fox just took advantage on the ill-advised pass by Booker on the inbound.
It'll be Krosky's second foul of the game. First here of the second half as Fox's free throw is good to cut the lead down to 5. So again, just the resiliency here of the Saints proving to pay off. The second-year head coach Danny Lawson's. Fox's second free throw rims out, rebound, up and in by Crucifoli.
Yeah, if you're Dean, that cannot happen. You cannot allow a free throw miss to turn into an extra bucket. You've got to be able to come up and grab that rebound.
48-45, all of a sudden a 3-point game. 18 minutes left. Clark into the paint, fall-away jumper, tough shot, no good. Krosky tipped the rebound, but right into the hands of Siampa and the Saints. Here comes Emmanuel the other way. Siampa, trailer, Booker trying to swipe it away. Siampa tied up, gives it up, Mulder top of the key. Now left side, and traveling with it is Riddick. So a turnover there for the Saints.
Yeah, that was good defense, being able to switch on command. A lot of chemistry between the starting 5. And that was just able to get a turnover, cause some trouble on that Emmanuel offense.
Booker will walk it across half court. 17:48 left in the game. Booker, cross court pass for Powell. Powell to Krosky. Baseline jumper. Good. Right over Fox. Krosky able to connect. He's got 6. Bulldogs by 5. Riddick. Right-hand dribble over to the wing. Guarded by Clark. Trying to find a teammate. Finally gets to Crucifoli at the top of the key. Left-hand dribble all the way into the paint. Right at Powell. Tough shot off the glass. Too strong. Fox's rebound. No good. But he gets fouled. It's going to go against Clark. And that's the third on Clark, the leading scorer for the Bulldogs here this season so far. Not good news, Bryce. Some more foul trouble here for Dean.
No, it's what we talked about in the first half. They got to try and stay away from it. It has been one of the issues with this team so far is just staying away from the foul trouble. They just haven't been able to do it. And that only hurts yourself because you obviously want your leading scorers out there. We had that problem with Anderson in the first half. He's done a good job so far staying out of that. And Clark, leading scorer on the team, you definitely did not want him to get into foul trouble.
Fox's second free throw is good, so he splits at the line. He's got 4 second-half points so far. 17:15 to go in the game. Bulldogs by 4, but the Saints hanging around. Clark off the screen from Anderson. Clark bullying his way into the paint as he kicked it out to Anderson. The foul is going to go into Crucifoli here.
Yeah, now that Clark has been able to showcase his ability and skills, teams are going to try and take him out of the game and make him less efficient because you don't want your best players to beat your own team. And one of the things that Emmanuel done so far is to just limit him to 5 points, and that's way lower than his 20-point average.
Emmanuel's defense has been stepping up at the right time. 17 minutes to go in the game. 50-46 the score. Anderson fires away top of the key. Connects! When in doubt.
You going to finish that one?
I was going to let you take it, but Fox the other way in a hurry. No time to finish the saying as Booker grabs the board. Racing back, here we go. Clark to the hoop, blocked out of bounds. Siampa with some great transition defense.
Yeah, I got to give him a round of applause for that one. Great hustle and just sent it flying into the back of the gym.
Bulldogs by 7, Anderson to inbound. Does so to Clark on the baseline, fakes the pass, Clark to Krosky, elbow jumper, yes!
Yeah, he loves that spot, that elbow mid-range jumper. Krosky is probably one of his favorite shots right there.
That's his bread and butter. Kroski's got 8 for the game, 4 in each half. Emmanuel tried to skip a pass to the baseline. Instead, Anderson the other way for 3. It's good! And a timeout, Saints!
Yeah, we both saw that one coming. The moment he looked up at the basket, we knew he was going to pull it. Unbelievable shot. Just to pick up where he left off in the first half with all those threes. I think he's total, 9 now for the game? Contribute to what he's already doing with his 18 to 25 points a game. You know what you're going to get out of him. It's just a question mark as to where the other scoring is going to come from.
16-14 to go in the game. Emmanuel forced to regroup after the timeout. They inbound it to Hardy. Hardy guarded by Booker crossing half court. Hardy right-hand dribble, swings it to the far wing now for Pulsifer. Pulsifer, Kroski pops out on defense, double team. They leave it for Fox. Fox to the paint. Tough shot is good. Fox gets the roll. 6 second half points for Fox. There comes Powell over half court. 15:50 left. Booker. Isolation right side, knocked away momentarily by Hardy, and it's taken away by Emmanuel. Hardy the other way with a head of steam to the basket, lost the handle, picks it up baseline, stripped, and a foul.
Yeah, excellent hands by Hardy on the fast dribbling Jordan Booker. It's just something you got to be quick, you got to be active, you got to be aware when you're guarding him because he's so shifty, so small, and it's almost like a running back out there.
And he was coming full steam ahead. Jordan Booker did a nice job to keep up with him, but just really no choice other than to hack him and save the 2 points. So Hardy will inbound. It's only Booker's first of the game. Top of the key here, Flaherty. Flaherty to the corner. Pulsifer up, fakes the 3, now takes it back out to the wing. Pulsifer over to Fox. Fox guarded by Kroski. Fox fakes the pass, now fires away. Short, rebound up, batted away, and Fox gets his own miss. Fox to the corner. Pulsifer off the tip pass. Pulsifer to the paint. Left-handed floater, no good. Rebound ripped down by Powell. Here comes Booker. Booker with 15:10 left. Clark. Thought about a 3. Instead, will set up the Bulldog offense to Booker. Now Clark right back. 17 on the shot clock. Clark from downtown. Back rim. Rebound Anderson. Tips it right to Kroski. Kroski gives it back. Booker. Corner. 3. Connects! That's his 5th of the game. Booker's got 17. Other way in transition quickly. Foul on the floor first.
This is just what Dean was looking for after the slow start in the first 4 or 5 minutes, just to be able to hit a couple shots, see him go through, and get this lead back up to 13. As you know, they were obviously a little worried as Emmanuel had a lot of momentum going into the second half, and they were just had to be concerned, especially as a Dean fan on the sideline, knowing that the momentum has switched. And just to see this team take it over, it says a lot about their character and their ability to just stay together and focus.
So Josh Kroski picked up his 3rd personal on the play as a common foul, and now looks like Anderson has picked up a technical foul after the fact. So Flaherty shooting at the free throw line here, misses the first. So 2 shots and the ball. Flaherty hits the second. For the Bulldogs by 12, 61-49, 14:44 left second half. Well, now Emmanuel will get the ball as Hardy will inbound underneath his own hoop. Does so to Fox, gets it right back off the give and go. Underneath for Fox, blocked by Powell. Out of bounds, and it's Bulldogs ball.
Great play by Powell, just making sure he went straight up to avoid a foul. And luckily just bounced right off of the Emmanuel player. And ball back to Dean.
14:39 left. Booker guarded by Hardy. Booker around the screen from Clark. Booker looking around, trying to force it to Clark baseline, gets it to him. Clark bodies his way baseline, fall away jumper, tough shot, no good. Rebound, Terrazas tipped it up, out of bounds, momentarily saved by Emmanuel as it was headed toward the baseline, and here come the Saints the other way. Pull-up jumper, good from Riddick. His first points of the second half, back to 10. 61-51. Booker in transition, pull-up at the free throw line, misses, rebound, loose, Anderson after it, into the corner, pulled down by Pulsifer as he's trapped there with Anderson and Booker. Tied up, a whistle, and a foul here is going to go against Booker, it looks like.
Yeah. It says as now Booker has been assessed a technical foul, or was that Cabral assessed a tough?
Coach Rico Cabral very, very upset. Booker's assessed a common foul, and They're going to give him a technical here as well. So 2 straight here for the Bulldogs. 1 on Anderson and 1 to Booker.
You know, the rookie didn't give him another one because I don't know if you noticed, but he grabbed the ref on the hip just to say, no, that was not on me. And that could have easily been his way out of the game.
But referee having none of it as shooting the technicals at the line here is Riddick. This 3rd point of the second half as the Bulldogs are huddled at their end of the court now with Coach Cabral. And
yeah, I'm sure just trying to tell them to just keep their heads cool because they do have a 10-point lead right now. And as soon as you let that game go, get your head to get too hot, it's going to be 5 before you know it.
So 14 minutes left to go on the clock. Still trying to sort out the mess here on the court. Coach Rico Cabral down the far end of the court by the Bulldog bench, still talking the officials' ear off. 61-51 the score, as it says on the scoreboard now. The Emmanuel bench saying that they should be down 8 after the couple of free throws from Riddick, and I believe they're right. Riddick did hit both, so there we go, changing the scoreboard now, 61-53.
This means the Emmanuel bench is never happy with the score. I mean, this time they were right, but a couple other times earlier, they a couple questions.
And a couple questions on the Dean end in the foul column.
Is any coach ever happy, though?
Well, Coach Cabral can be happy at times. Not happy right now as this team only up by 8 with Emmanuel pressing. Riddick stops at the elbow, spins, tied up, gives it baseline. Crucifoli back out, lost the handle. Hardy for a moment, tracks it down right at half court. 10 on the shot clock. Attacking is Hardy. Jumper is good from the elbow. Hardy's got 6 for the game, his first 2 of the second half. A 6-point game, 61-55. 13:24 to go. Terrazas, top of the key, off the pass from Anderson. Guarded by Fox. Back over to Booker. Way outside, 16 on the shot clock. Booker to Clark. Clark to Anderson. 3. Yes!
Oh, my goodness. A man in his face.
Anderson from downtown.
Great defense is beat by better offense every time. That's just one example of it.
And it's back to 9. Crucifoli baseline. Back out Hardy. Hardy steps his way into the paint. Layup no good. Rebound. Right back to him.
Yeah, just an unlucky roll off the rim there. As Oswaldo Tizera did a great job boxing the player out, but just ball didn't fall his way.
Lead back to 7. Crowd quieted for the moment. Booker, stutter step into the paint. The layup is good. The soft touch off the back rim. Booker's got 5 in the second half. 66-57. Back the other way. Blocked by Terrazas. Riddick went right to the basket and was denied. Here comes Clark. Clark spins past Fox. Lost the handle. And here come the Saints. Back and forth we go here from Peary. Flaherty. Back to Riddick. His jumper's good from the wing.
Now down to a 7-point lead. It just seems like Emmanuel has not been able to cut it. They've gotten back to this point a bunch of times, but they've never been able to cut it down under 5.
66-59. Booker, pull up 3. Back rim, rebound loose. Booker trying to track it down, out of bounds. And it'll be Saints ball.
Looks like it bounced off his own knee when he was grabbing the rebound. Unlucky because that was a tremendous play trying to get his own rebound at the 3-point line.
Booker.
He's so quick.
Fox and Riddick were after it for Emmanuel. Booker with a nice hustle. 11:52 to go in the game. Buckle up, folks. We should be in for a fantastic finish. Brendan Howe, Bryce Antock with you here tonight. You're listening to Dean Men's Basketball on Power 88. Crucifoli, left side wing, trying to get to Fox down low. Couldn't find him. Instead gives it back out for Hardy. Mulder, far side, steps in. Floater off the glass is good. Jack Mulder with his first 2 of the second half. And the lead down to 5. This is the closest they've been in a long time. Booker for 3. Back rim. Rebound Mulder. Mulder up ahead. Crucifoli. Stutter steps to the paint. Back out. Hardy. Back to Crucifoli into the paint. Layup is good. And a blocking foul first. They're going to rule an offensive foul on Crucifoli as Terrazas stepped in and sacrificed the body.
Yeah, he did a great job making sure he was outside the restricted area to ensure he got that charge because his feet. Wow, as the second official comes in and overrules the first official to call a blocking foul instead of offensive foul, as Oswaldo is just shaking his head right now, walking back to the... He is not happy about that call.
So the officials reverse the call. Bryce, I don't know if I've ever seen that. And the official overriding another official saying that, no, that is not the call.
Yeah, and they're still talking about it. They called them... They give him an and one. They said the basket counts because it did actually go in. And now he's going to get a chance to make it a 2-point game.
So that is worst case scenario right there for the Bulldogs. Terrazas only picks up his first foul, but more importantly, the basket counts, Bryce, as you just said. The lead down to 3 with Crucifilli at the line. A chance to make it 2. 11:07 to go in the game. The Saints have battled all the way back. This is the closest they've been since the opening minutes. Shot is up and through. Crucifilli's got his 3rd point of the game.
And Dean did have a 13-point lead about 5 minutes ago, and look how that's just diminished.
And is evaporated in a hurry as Booker steps around the screen from Anderson, now gives it back to him near side. Anderson, 3! Yes! Over Crucifilli!
My goodness.
Wow! Francois to the paint for 2. He answers right back.
Both benches are into it. Both benches are standing up, excited, hyped up, and just love to see it.
Unbelievable action as Anderson gets it left side. Anderson slices his way to the paint. Elbow jumper is going to be short. Rebound taken away by Hardy. Here come the Saints. Krosky with defense in transition. Hardy over half court. Hardy, elbow, back out. 3 for Clark. In and out. Rebound. Right to Mulder for 2. Mulder's got 4 in the second half. 10-14 to go. A 1-point game. 69-68 Bulldogs. Booker, left side. Guarded by Francois. Booker steps out. 16 on the shot clock. Top of the key. Booker up fakes a 3. Into the paint. Baseline. Jumper. Yes! Rexroth for 2. $9:52 to go. Francois top of the key. Gives it over Riddick. Riddick, right-hand dribble into the paint against Clark. Backs out into the corner. Step back jumper. Too strong with it. Rebound to Booker. 71-68, Bulldogs by 3. Booker. Stutter steps his way into the paint. Goes right at Francois, and he draws the foul.
Just an unbelievable sequence of basket. About 4 or 5 consecutive made shots. It's just an unbelievable game to watch. As Emmanuel has just chipped away back in as they've wanted to do, and it is just awesome to watch as a basketball fan.
This has been an absolutely spectacular game. We've seen threes flying from all over the court, lead changes, big leads, comebacks. Booker's first free throw rims out.
It's had everything.
Marcus Fox checks back into the game for Emmett Riddick. 9:34 left. The Bulldogs are in a fight to get to 3-0 in this 2019 season. Brendan Howe alongside Bryce Antok. Happy to bring you all the action. It's been a treat to watch. If you're just tuning in, you've missed a good one, but stay with us for the final 9.5 as Booker misses both free throws. That's a rarity.
Yeah, you don't see that too often.
Mulder to Crucifilli. Over to Ciampa. Ciampa steps past Blow. Into the paint for Fox. Layup. No good, but a foul.
Yeah, one of the stats I just noticed is very lopsided is the points in the paint for Emmanuel versus Dean. Emmanuel's got just, I can't even find, there we go, 32 points in the paint to Dean's 8, which is just how they stayed in the game so far.
Fox's first free throw misses. Foul credited to Avion Blow. But the Bulldogs really haven't needed those points in the paint as much as Emmanuel has because they've lived and died by the 3-ball.
Yeah.
And it's been working for them. Only a 3-point lead, but Emmanuel's sticking around. And they're converting on their free throws, too, when they get the opportunity as Fox sinks that one. 3 points in the second half have come from the line for him. Booker gives it to Blow. 2-point game, 71-69. Booker, 3, short. Rebounds, hip. Rexroth comes down with it. Baseline jumper right back up. Booker skies for the rebound on the baseline and gets it back out. Fresh shot clock for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he
what
just
an effort.
climbed the invisible ladder to get that one.
Booker tees one up. He's got it. Jordan Booker, his 6th 3 of the game. And the lead back to 5. Fox, free throw line over Krosky. Can't answer. Back rim. Booker rebound. Booker the other way. Stutter step. 3. No good. In and out as Fox pulls down the rebound.
Yeah, and Booker is 1 rebound away from a triple-double, his first of the year.
Slicing into the paint, Hardy. Hardy gets a Fox. Foul by Krosky on the back end of the play.
Actually, that last rebound was the 10th, and that is his first triple-double of the season.
So Jordan Booker, credit him with the triple-double. He had 14 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists at the half. And now with 8:30 to go in the game, has got himself his first triple-double of the year. Fox back to the line here. First free throw good. Fox has been their main contributor from the line, and the Bulldogs going to take a timeout here. 74-70, 8:31 to go in the second half. We'll take the timeout here on Power 88.
Would it be crazy if you just stopped?
Starts to drop outside, but these two teams have been heating up from beyond the arc.
That's a good way to put it. I like that. I had the snow analogy. You got the heating up analogy. There we go.
No, I had to answer at some point.
I would have expected nothing less.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It'll be Marcus Fox at the line for the second of his 2 free throws. Already converted the first. 74-70. Chance to make it a 3-point game again. He can't. Rebound goes to Rexroth. Rexroth gives it to Booker. Bulldogs the lead and the ball. Booker to Rexroth. Far side gives it to Powell. Powell tried to force it to Krosky. Instead gives it to Clark. Now Booker. Booker left-hand dribble around the Krosky screen. Thought about a 3. Instead gives it up for Powell at the top of the key. Good ball movement here. Rexroth free throw line jumper is good.
Yeah, he's had a lot of success so far in this game at the mid-range game in the second half. They should keep going to him from that area because he's doing really well with it.
76-70. Bulldogs by 6. Emmanuel working the ball around. Siapa for 3. His first point since the first half, but they come in a big time.
You're able to just cut the lead in half. Now a 3-point Dean lead.
Booker to Clark in the corner to Krosky on the block. Krosky spinning his way into the paint. Drops it down for Rexroth for 2. What a find by Krosky, the big man. 7.5 to go. Bulldogs by 5. Corner 3 from Mulder. He answers back.
It's just the automatic response by either side, and it's just excellent to watch.
78-76. Booker slicing into the paint, bumped, and fouled by Siampa. But back into the game for Emmanuel, Emmett Riddick subbing out for Hardy. Hardy's got 8 in the game. Riddick with 15. Comes back in off the bench after a quick exit. 78-76 the score. Bulldogs by 2 and the ball. Booker to inbound underneath. Does so to Clark in the corner. Booker gets it back off the handoff. Now brings it back out to the top of the key. Guarded by the newly entered Riddick. 7:07 to go in the game. Screen by Rexroth. Booker. Elbow jumper. Fall away. Tough shot is good. Jordan Booker, the team's captain, stepping up when they need him most. Siampa to Fox. Fox tightly guarded by Krosky. Top of the key. Fox tied up. Nowhere to go. Looking for an open teammate. Skips it to Crucifoli in the paint for 2. Counted and 1. Blocking foul on Rexroth.
I'll tell you what, it does not get much better than this. Just like we've been seeing the whole time when one team hits it, it's just response immediately on the other end. It's no team right now is going to be able to pull away. We expect it to go down to the wire.
And it might be whoever gets the ball last.
At this rate, I think you're right.
The last few minutes have been any indication. It's been fast and furious action all throughout. Crucifoli hits the free throw to convert the 3-point play. 1-point game again. 80-79. 6:40 to go. Second half. Booker tipped out of bounds by Siampa. The Bulldogs will retain possession here. The Booker to inbound side out. Does so to Krosky. Booker gets it back off the inbound. Booker far side for Clark on the wing. Clark in between the legs dribble. Now takes the baseline. Attacking the rim. Count it. Oh, an offensive foul.
Yeah, he cannot believe it. Immediately ran to the other side just in disbelief. One of those hands on his head, shaking it. I thought they were going to give him and one too.
That's Clark's 4th. 1-point game. Chance for Emmanuel to take the lead here. Siampa with it. Gives it up Fox, top of the key. Near side Riddick. Riddick, left-hand dribble, takes the baseline, trapped by Clark. Back out to Fox, guarded by Krosky. Fox spins his way to the paint, too strong off the glass, tip back out. Ciampa, cross-court pass, corner three, Crucifulli, short, rebound. Crucifulli gets his own miss, floater on the baseline, no good. Fox for the follow.
There's Emmanuel Benz just jumping up and down, giving the people on the court, their teammates, so much confidence, and they take their first lead, I think, since maybe in the game.
First lead of the game. 81-80. Booker, step back three. No good. Rebound long. Tracked down by Rexroth. Booker, top of the key again. Right at Mulder. Out for Powell. He's got it. Powell from downtown. The Bulldogs lead by 2. 83-81. 5.5 left. Mulder goes right at Rexroth. Out to Fox. Fox. Corner for Riddick. Down low. Crucifulli on the block. Guarded by Powell. Crucifulli up fakes. Off the glass. Ties the game.
It was a great effort on the double spin move to get it high off the glass.
5:10 to go. Clark, left-hand dribble, over to Krosky, on the wing. Krosky's jumper, short, rebound. Crucifulli and the Saints. Ciampa taking up the court. Tie game at 83, 4:56 to go. Ciampa over to Mulder. Thought about a three, and instead, bounce pass, or no, rather keeps it. Off the tip, Mulder into the paint, lost the handle. Here comes Booker the other way out of the pile. Booker up to Clark. Clark all the way to the paint. Scoop layup high off the glass, no good. Krosky rips down the miss, out of bounds, and the Bulldogs will keep it.
Yeah, the Bulldogs will be rewarded by Krosky's efforts on the glass. Trying to grab that rebound, just puts it off to the Emmanuel player and this time, 4:30 left in the game with a tie game. You need every possession you can get.
And here comes, who else? To Karen Anderson off the bench.
Yeah, I was wondering how long they're going to keep him on the bench for. He's been hot all game. He's got 35.
With 2 fouls. 35 points in the game, as Bryce just mentioned. Anderson to inbound underneath his own basket. Clark in the corner, back to Anderson, fires away. No good, rebound high. Ciampa goes up the ladder for it. Outlet pass, Flaherty underneath. Terrazas back in transition with a block. Here comes Booker the other way. Terrazas with some tough transition defense. 4:20 left in the game. Still tied at 83. Booker slices his way to the basket for 2. Jordan Booker splits the defense. Here comes Riddick. Riddick back to Ciampa. His three. Back rim. Rebound Clark.
Still a lot of time left in this game. 4 to go. Dean up 85-83.
Buckle up, Bryce. It's going to be a good one. 3:54 to go. Booker. Guarded up top by Flaherty. Booker. Isolation. 3. No. Rebound. Taken down by Fox. Here come the Saints. Ciampa with Anderson coming back in transition. Over to Riddick. Riddick up fakes the 3. Steps in. Free throw line jumper. Can't connect. Rebound Terrazas. Booker to Anderson. 3.5 left. 2-point game. 85-83. Anderson to Booker. Always entertaining here at Peary Gym. Crowd quiets for the moment. Clark top of the key to Terrazas. Terrazas looking around, can't find anybody. 11 on the shot clock. Booker to Clark. Clark left hand dribble into the paint and he gets fouled. Ciampa's going to pick it up.
Yeah, it was a good job by Dean spreading out to give Clark an opportunity to go to the hole, give himself a chance at the free throw line to get a couple much needed free throws. Hopefully he can convert them because that's been a struggle for Dean so far tonight. Only shooting 2 of 5 from the line.
And Dean hasn't had many opportunities to get to the line tonight. And rather, they're going to rule this foul on the floor as well, so no free throws here for the Bulldogs. They're going to have to get the 2 points the hard way. Krosky subs right back in for Terrazas. Just a quick breather for the senior. Krosky gets it off the inbound. Gives it to Clark. Clark into the paint. Lost the handle. Spins his way back to the basket. No good. Rebound ripped on by Fox. Krosky was tied up, and Krosky's going to pick up the foul.
Yeah, that's what you cannot let happen as Dean. I mean, I understand you're really ball hungry, trying to get back to it. But you've got to understand that you've got 10 fouls. You're going to send them to the free throw line in a one-possession game. You do not want to give them 3 points at the charity stripe. Hopefully for Dean's sake, he can miss one of the 2 so you can keep the lead, but just not a smart play by Krosky, and he's visibly upset on the bench.
And Krosky is fouled out. That's his 5th foul. Krosky is checked out. Terrazas right back in. Fox to the line. First free throw rims out. Crucifoli back into the game. He'll sub in for Flaherty. 85-83 the score. Bulldogs by 2. Look at the ball back momentarily. 3 minutes, 2 seconds left in the game. Brendan Howell, Bryce Antock with you here on Power 88. Fox's second free throw. That's good. So Fox converts at the line again, and the Bulldogs will take a quick timeout. 85-84, 1 point game here on Power 88. Bryce, what are you looking for in these final 3 minutes from the Bulldogs?
I'm expecting them to be smart with their offensive possessions. Not there's too much time left, because if you take too much time off and you miss and Emmanuel comes back and hits a 3 of their own or even takes the lead, now you put yourself in a bad spot.
So it's Bulldogs ball, 3 minutes to go in the game. Booker off the inbound. They'll bring it across half court, guarded here by Hardy. Booker dribbles it right side. Booker trying to find an open teammate. Instead, lobs it for Anderson way back out. 16 on the shot clock. Bulldogs still with plenty of time. Screen from Terrazas. Anderson, pull-up 3. Back rim. Rebound. Siampa.
Yeah, we understand that he's hot, but that's not the shot you want to see with so much time left in the clock.
Hardy in transition. Leaves it for Siampa. Right into the paint. Drop off to Fox for 2. And the Saints have the lead.
Just what we said we did not want to see about a minute ago.
Booker, screen from Terrazas. Booker, pull up at the elbow. It's good. What a tough shot from Booker, and the Bulldogs up by 1. Back and forth we go. 2:15 left. Siampa, guarded by Booker. Over to Riddick for 3. Yes!
Just over the outstretched hands of Kevin Clark. The 3 falls. Unbelievable shot.
Clark to Booker. Booker to Anderson. Anderson to Powell. Bulldogs working the ball around. Powell to Clark. Clark, right-hand dribble into the paint. Tough shot off the glass. And a foul is going to go here against Riddick.
Yeah, a close call on the shot. Looked like he might have gotten away with it, but the ref saw it differently, which is tough considering that the ref was behind the player. A tough call from that angle. And the coach for Emmanuel was visibly upset, not happy with it, and I don't blame him.
Danny Lawson giving the referees an earful, much like Rico Cabral did earlier. Both coaches have had a bone to pick tonight. And now the Bulldogs will get some free throws. Kevin Clark at the line. Just 5 points on the night. Make it 6 as that free throw goes in. Bulldogs down by 1. Chance to tie the game here for Clark. And the Bulldogs are going to take a timeout before the second free throw. So we'll take it 2 with 1:50 left to go in the game. Saints by 1, 89-88 here on an entertaining basketball game tonight.
Yeah, Daniel Lawson was just real quick. He was just explaining to his guys, I got 2 full timeouts left, so just take your time on offense, be patient, and there's no need to hurry because every possession is so important right now that they just don't have to worry. He wants them to make sure that they know to take good shots and be smart.
Kevin Clark at the line. Second of 2 free throws is good, and he ties the game. Clark's got 4 all from the free throw line here in the second half. 89-89, minute 46 to go. Crucifoli off the inbound, tried to slice into the paint, denied by Anderson. Into the corner now, it's Riddick. Riddick left-hand dribble, stopped by Powell. Riddick isolation and pulls up at the free throw line, leaves it out for Hardy. Hardy drop ball pass to Fox for 2.
That was a pretty play by Emmanuel to get 2 guys to follow the ball and have a guy run backdoor. It's just well done.
91-89. Booker to Anderson. Anderson back to Booker, right side. Screen by Terrazas. Booker stops at the three-point line. Booker slices, elbow jumper, offensive foul.
They're going to call on Booker for extending the arm. He cannot believe it. Cabral cannot believe it. Dean cannot believe it, and the fans can't either.
Well, neither can I. 91-89. Saints by 2. A minute 11 to go. Riddick lost the ball in half court. Beat up by Clark. The battle of the 10s here at the top of the key. 1:03 to go. To the basket. Riddick gets fouled. Dean making the case that Riddick might have tripped over himself on his way to the basket there, but foul's going to go against Booker, his 4th. And Booker wanting an explanation from the official on the far side.
Here's where Dean's going to learn a lot about themselves. Down 2, possibly 3 or 4, with a minute to go. They're just going to have to figure this one out themselves and see what they've got left in the tank, and to learn a little bit about their character and their poise as a team, to just know that they can settle. They have 2 possessions right now, they can foul. They've got a couple timeouts left in the bag, and they're just gonna have to be smart.
Free throw no good. The lead stays at 3 with a minute left. Clark to Booker. 92-89, 55 seconds to go. Booker to the corner for Powell. Powell back to Booker left side. Booker on the wing. Booker splitting the traffic, picks up the dribble. Back out Clark for 3. Rebound, no. Fox with a rebound. Crucifoli gonna take it the other way. Terrazas back in transition. Crucifoli to the basket. 5-point lead, timeout Bulldogs.
Yeah, this is what Emmanuel has had to do all game. They've had to just make sure they kept it close, give themselves a chance at the end of regulation to pull out a win, and that's what they have done so far. They got a 5-point lead with shot clock. If you hit a quick early shot, make it one possession before the game clock goes down to 30. You don't have to foul because you're in the double bonus right now. They're going to get 2 shots, 2 free throws on their end. We'll see.
It's going to be a tight one. 38 seconds left. Booker racing up the court. Booker to the basket. Tough shot off the glass. No! Rebound Fox. Fox tied up under the paint. Cross-court pass. Ball still loose on the near side. Booker picks it up and he's fouled. Wow, what a sequence right there. It was a missed pass from Ciampa cross-court. Was trying to get it to Crucifoli. Missed the pass. Almost went out of bounds. Booker with the hustle back in transition to get it. And now the Bulldogs
are they in the bonus now?
Not yet. 1 away.
I think it is.
Or rather, yeah, they are.
That is their 6th.
Or is that their 7th? And they just haven't updated the scoreboard yet. So it'll be Jordan Booker at the line for a 1-and-1 regardless. Fouling against Crucifoli. His 4th. These are huge.
Some more confusion between the refs. There we go. They updated the fouls. Now it's 7.
Now it's 7.
There
yes.
we go. I was confused. I agree.
Rex Roth will sub in for Terrazas. Interesting move here from Coach Cabral, subbing out the height. 5-point game. Booker will be at the line for 2. Or 1-and-1 rather. Huge free throws right now for Booker to make it a 1-possession game again.
Yeah, and despite the 2 misses he had earlier, nobody else you really want at the line. You know he can convert into clutch. We'll see if he can one more time right here.
Booker's first. That's good. Big free throw right there. Booker's got 15 second half points, 29 for the game, a chance for 30 right here, and it would be a big one. He's got it. 30 in the game for Booker.
Yeah, you have the opportunity to trap. You don't have to foul immediately. Not a bad foul.
91.
Emmanuel has not shot free throws incredibly well. They're shooting at about 70% of the game, 16 of 23. I mean, even if he makes one of these, you're still down 2 possessions. So you don't want to have to put yourself in a position that he hopefully misses a couple here. But
Riddick at the line. First free throw rims out.
Just what they needed.
3-point game here. .21 seconds left. Riddick's second. That's good. Rex Roth to inbound, does so to Booker. 20 seconds left. Bulldogs with 3 timeouts. Booker to the basket. Fouled. No good. And he'll get back to the line. So more free throws. And it's going to be like that for the rest of the way.
Exactly. He's got the opportunity now to cut it to 3 points. Like we just said a couple minutes ago, nobody would rather have the line than Booker. He's been a clutch player throughout his career. He does have over 1,000 points in addition to Davon Russell in his only 2 or 3 years. So that number is just always going to go up.
95-91. Booker with 30 points even on the night. First free throw. Good. 95-92. Bulldogs, another timeout. We'll take it too. 3-point game. 15.6 seconds left here on Power 88. Here to try and make it a 2-point game with 15.6 left, Bryce.
Unbelievable game so far. Booker hopefully can convert this for Dean just to give himself a longer chance, because the more this clock ticks down, the harder it's going to be for Dean to stay in it.
Booker's second is good. 2-point game. 32 for Booker. 95-93. Emmanuel inbounds to Hardy. Hardy trapped in the backcourt. Ball loose. Emmanuel gets it back. 10 seconds to go. Into the paint. Fox layup good. 7.3 left. A 4-point game.
You're going to have to shoot this
Booker the other way. Booker draws the foul on the three, and he'll get to the line.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Oh, with 2.8 left. Booker's got to hit all three of these. They foul immediately. A missed free throw and a timeout to set up a play for Coach Cabral if that happens. All of that has to go right. That's the only chance the Bulldogs have left here.
Yeah, you're going to need an immediate foul. Realistically, he's got to hit
at least two of
these. But you would love all three.
First is good. Booker's got 33.
You know, since starting 0 for 2 at the line, he's converted 5 straight. Hopefully I didn't just jinx him. I'm sorry.
Booker's second off the mark.
This goes out to Booker when he watches this film. I apologize.
Another timeout here for the Bulldogs before Booker's final free throw. So
I take full blame for that.
At the very most, but a chance for one more. He's got to focus on this one.
Why did I say anything?
33 points for the game for the senior captain.
And the only captain on the team, too.
The only captain. Although DeCaren Anderson has played like a captain tonight. Booker's third. That's good. 2-point game. Bulldogs have to foul. Saints to inbound. They do so to Siampa, and he gets fouled by Anderson.
Good job fouling early. Give yourself 1.3 seconds. You're going to have to... They have one timeout left, but they're going to have to try and draw something up. Maybe set a couple of screens. Find somebody either over half court or at half court just to take a dribble or two and then fire one up and pray. But first, you're going to have to get a missed free throw by the Saints.
So one of these has to miss for the Bulldogs to have a chance. It's Siampa at the line. He's got 5 for the game. His free throw, good. And the Bulldogs are going to take their final timeout here. That's a head scratcher. The call. I don't understand the call right there, but Coach Cabral, no timeouts left.
Exactly, you're out of timeouts.
98-95. Siampa at the line.
You know, if he misses.
And if he misses this, Bulldogs basically have to go full court heave. And he made it. 4-point game. Booker at the buzzer. No good, and that'll do it. The Saints come all the way back and take it. 99-95, the final here from Peary Gym. And that is a statement win on the road right there for the Emmanuel College Saints.
Well done on the season.